A company has 10,000 bonds outstanding with a 10% coupon rate and semi-annual coupons. The bonds have a face value of $1,000, 20 years to maturity, and the bonds are selling now for $1,197.93 US dollar. And the company's 150,000 shares of preferred stock pay a 2.5 US dollar annual dividend and sell for 36 US dollar per share. The company has $1 million. The company has 1 million shares of common stock, and the next dividend will be $2.45 per share. The dividends are anticipated to grow at 5.5% growth rate forever. And the stock currently sells for 49.50 US dollar, $49.50 per share. The beta of the stock is 0.8. Assume 40% tax rate, risk-free rate to be 0.5%, and assume the market premium is 8%. Now we want to compute WACC or WACC, or weighted average cost of capital. So there are three components here. So the total assets consist of bonds, then preferred stocks, and common stocks. So three components. Now we want to compute WACC, WACC, and to do it, we need to compute the cost of each of these three components and the weight of them, and then we will construct WACC formula and compute it. Let's start with bonds. So market value of debt is how many bonds do we have? 10,000 bonds. The price of each is $1,197.93. So the total amount of debt in the market, we just multiply them. I want to use the same terms that you will find in your slides and the textbook. So I name it as the D, means the size of debt is 10,000 multiplied by 1,197.93, means it's 11,979,3 US dollar. So 11,979,300 US dollar is the size of the debt, right? How to compute the cost of debt? For cost of debt, we need to key in four parameters, and then we will compute the yield to maturity or interest rate, or here we call it cost of debt, right? So the five parameters that we need to key in include in the financial calculator is FE, which here is not given to you. So when you don't have the face value, usually in most cases the par value of a corporate bond is $1,000. So I just assume it's $1,000. Then what else? PMT. PMT is the coupon payment. It's 10%. 10% of $1,000. If you don't remember this, please have a look at the bond topic. So 10% of par value is $100, but this is semi-annual, so we need to divide it by 2, so it's $50. If you don't remember these details, you need to have a look at the bond topic. We have explained all these things in detail. The next one is N, number of periods. How many years to maturity? 20 years. But it's a semi-annual, so 20 years, every year 2 periods means 40 periods. So I key in 40. Then the next one is the price of the bond, and price is given to you here, $1,197.93. And you know when you want to key in into the calculator, PV must be negative, otherwise you will get error. So when you want to use the calculator, this must be, the PV must be negative. And if you do the calculation, I mean use the financial calculator, then you need to press CPT, compute, then PV, you will get, oh sorry, CPT, we want to compute interest rate. Means yield to maturity, or here we name it cost of debt. So then I over Y, this will give you 4%, but this 4% is per 6 months, because whatever you entered into the calculator was per period, means per 6 months, but for the cost of debt, we need to report it per year, right? So we need to, it's like yield to maturity. So yield to maturity or cost of debt is 4% multiplied by 2, 8%. So 8% is the cost of debt. The next one is preferred stocks. What's the size of preferred stocks? 150,000 shares, each of them $36. So I write P. P means the size of preferred stocks. 150,000 shares outstanding, multiply by $36. And if you do the calculation, you will get 5,400,000 US dollar. Now, what's the cost of preferred stocks? We just need to compute the interest, right? You remember interest rate on preferred stocks. And the formula to compute the price of preferred stocks is dividend divided by R. But here we are interested to compute in R. We want to compute R. So cost of preferred stock is dividend divided by price. So it's dividend. What is the dividend? 2.5 US dollar divided by the price is 36 US dollar. So the cost of preferred stocks will be 6.94%. This is the cost of preferred stock. And the last one is for common stocks. For common stock shares, let me use another color. Okay. Usually we use two methods, right? One was the capital asset pricing model, and the second one was Gordon growth model, right? Let's see which one we can use here. 1 million shares available. The next dividend 2.5. Okay, the next dividend and growth rate has been given to you, so you can use the Gordon model because you have also the price, and beta risk-free rate and market premium are given to you as well. So you can use both methods, and then to have a more accurate result, compute the average, yeah, the mean of these two. So if you had only one of them, the information for one of these models, just use one of them. But here, because you have two, so let's compute both and then compute the average, right? So first, let's use the capital asset pricing model. So capital asset pricing model. The capital asset pricing model, the formula was expected return is risk-free rate plus beta and market premium. So expected return is, risk-free rate is given to you as 4.0.5% plus beta is 0.8 multiplied by RM minus. RM is market return, but here you have market premium. When you have market premium means already risk-free rate has been deducted from it, so no need to deduct RF. So I write 8% here. And if you do the calculation, you will get 10.45%, 10.45%. So, but if you had market return instead of market premium, you had to deduct RF as well. Now let's use the Gordon growth model, the second model. So Gordon growth model, I name it Gordon growth model here. Price was next dividend divided by R minus G. So here we are interested in R. So R is D1 over P0 plus G. So R is next dividend 2.45 divided by price, $49, and plus growth rate is 5.5%. And if you do the calculation, you will get 10.45%. Now we have two. Oh, and here by chance both are the same. So even if I compute the average, it will be the same. So, but if they were different, in most cases they are different, right? That you will get different results for these two methods. So cost of equity. So I just compute the average, the mean of these two methods, and we get 10.45%. So in most cases, you will get different answers, and then you compute the mean and use that as RE. Oh, we forgot to compute the size of equity. So the size of equity, E, is 1 million shares multiplied by price, and price is $49 US, so it's $49 million. Is the size of equity. Now, 49.5. Here is 49.5, and here is 40.95, so you will get 49 and 500,000. Sorry, I missed this 50 cent here. Okay, anyway. Now let's compute Wacc or WACC. So Wacc, to compute Wacc, you need to compute the weight of them. You already have the size, D, P, and E. You need to compute the total. So because here I don't have enough space, or maybe I can just okay. Let me write the total. So the size, I name it as V. V is D plus P plus E, which is, so it's this 11,979,300 plus 5,400,000 plus 49,500,000. And if you do the calculation, you will get 66,879,300 US dollars. So this is the total size of the total assets, right? Now let's construct the Wacc formula. WACC is, so it's cost of equity, cost of common stock, or I may name it cost of common stock, right? So because equity, anyway, let's keep it as E for now. So it's I prefer to use C as common stock. RE multiplied by size E over V plus cost of preferred stocks multiplied by preferred stocks over V plus cost of debt multiplied by cost of debt multiplied by debt over V and tax. Because we have tax benefits here for debt, and now we put all, so RE cost of equity is 10.45%. 10.45% multiplied by E over V, means size of E, size of common stock. Where is it? 49,500,000 divided by this 66,870 something. Okay, so I already have done the calculation. I think, let me see. Yes, it's 70.7401 plus then cost of preferred stocks. Cost of preferred stocks. Where is the preferred stock? Cost of preferred 6.94% multiplied by P divided by this 66 million something. So 5.4 million divided by 66.8 million. And if you do the calculation, you will get 0.0 0.0807. Then plus the last one, cost of debt. Cost of debt, we already computed, is 8%. 8% multiplied by D over V. This 11.9 million divided by 66.8 million. So if you do the calculation, it's 1791. 0.1791. And then 1 minus tax. 1 minus tax is 40%, 0.4. And if you do the calculation, you will get 9.15%. This means that if a company wants to get a new project, they need to earn at least 9.15% to satisfy all investors, including bondholders and stockholders. I think in the previous video, I don't remember, I think I used here for common stocks, I use CS, I mean common stocks or common stocks. Well, it doesn't matter, it's the same thing. So first we compute size of each of these three components: size of debt, size of preferred stocks, and size of common stocks. And then we compute the cost of each of them: cost of debt, cost of preferred stocks, and cost of common stocks. Then we apply the weight of each of them and multiply the weight of each by the cost of each, and it's Wacc or WACC.